Hello everyone and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. It's still Friday slash Saturday. So again, I'm having a lot of fun playing this. So I figured I'd just go ahead and record some more because I still want to play. And we ended off on a pretty nice note. We got some very good dice here. That can be either just three perfect dice or really good dice. Either way, I'm in a very good position. So I can't wait to spend this on Rabia's area. Rabia's office. So yeah, I'm gonna do some work for the Yadigan or Yadigan. I guess that's just how they say it. Last episode, yeah, stuff happened with Fang. Kind of progressed through that storyline a little bit more. Again, we learned more about the collapse as well. But yeah, and we still have some things we need to do up here as well. Also, we don't have that bounty on our back anymore. This is going to come back at some point. I just know it. I just hope it doesn't cost me a whole lot. This also makes me question things too. I wonder if we didn't pay it that first time, would we have gotten killed? Not sure, but probably. You never know, but this really makes me want to replay this again to try and see if I can get some of the different outcomes and such. So, anywho, let's do some stuff for Rabaya. We'll go ahead and do this a couple times. Hopefully, I can get something from it. Or get the two instead. Oh my god. Yeah, this is kind of finicky sometimes. Yep, only got one. That kind of makes me wonder if I should even use it then. If that's the case, I should just use the lower ones because, I mean, yeah, I'll lose some stability. I still have another stem thing. So, or I might lose some energy, but that's not that big a deal, honestly. So, yeah, let me use these instead. Oh, come on. Alright, I even got some energy in that particular case. Come on, you can do it. Oh god, lost a lot of energy in that case. Okay, well, if I use two more, it would only leave me with three. Well, if I use two more, yeah, that just leave me with one spot left. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go up to the Greenway and use that a couple times. But first, let me eat my problems away. I'm also really going to have to start working at some point because I'm getting low on food now. So that's a thing. Or I can actually, now that I think about it, I can work at Mingo's thing. That's, yeah, Minji's thing. And that actually will help towards that. But I don't know if I want to do that, quite frankly. Yeah, let's not do that just yet. Let's go up here. And I think this is pretty much the same thing where it's like you're working in the commune. So there's that. I also could do this. I don't think I'll actually get anything from it, but it's an option. So that's a thing. Oh, I could go ahead and do this and see if I can get that quest done. Since it's only a few. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I got a +1 here too, so. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Do it one more time, and I will love you forever. Look at that. Look at that. That's all it took. Okay, so gotten that. What does that mean for me? Farm stacks. Okay. And that leaves me with steal the harvest. There's loads of food here. Why should these farmers keep it to themselves? If you can do it quick, they might not even notice it's gone. If I get caught 3 times, though, that's gonna label me as a thief. Or I can work the stacks. Some farm stacks from the old station have survived. and the farmers that work them are always looking for new workers. They pay by yield. Okay, so that's an option. It's also a better option because I get a +1 because of my endure there. I also got some scrap there. I didn't even notice that. I will probably sell that scrap because, I mean, I can't do anything else with it. The aviary? Clear overgrowth. Once a corporate garden for impressing guests with gene tweaked birds, now this chamber is a mess overgrown. You can change that. Sunlit refuge. Oh! Okay, so this is another spot that I can turn around and get. It's going to take a lot of work, but that is something that I can do. And I wonder if I'll get a bonus for that. So that's always a thing. Huh. Options, yo. Alright, let's go ahead and go back down here and sell this scrap. Wait. I can't sell it to them, right? I can buy scrap from them. And then I can sell scrap at the port exchange. Yep. Gave me 12 cryo. Yeah, it's just 12 each time. Oh wait, did I get a stabilizer? Or is this my last? Okay, this is must be my last one. I don't think I got one. Okay. So now that I've done that, yeah, I think that's everything I can do for right now. So let's go ahead and rest. Cat. Gotta feed the stray, of course. Neutral outcome. Stray fed. But what does that mean exactly? Alright. Not so great dice this time around. Let's see. Again, I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use that 5 for Rabia stuff since it doesn't seem like it's really helping me that much, honestly. But I will go ahead and cast her. The betrayal. Like, my God. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 3 here. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. I'll use these instead. Yeah. Hopefully I don't die. Lost some energy. That does worry me. Let me eat just in case, because I don't want to get hit too hard and then all of a sudden I'm dying. It'd be a sad way to go. Okay. Even riskier. Ah. Come on. Okay. Bad. Then there's this one, which is going to be bad. But I'll be done with this. Okay, so that was okay. I didn't lose anything from that. Alright. I'm sorry, my throat is scratched. It's really scratched right now. Okay, let's go ahead and leave that. And let's see what's up with Rabia. This time you meet inside Rabia's office, although now that you've seen it, the office seems like the wrong term, or office seems like wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit, midway through a sequence of sketches or stretches. There are two low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she is missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in a cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. Update, she says, noticing you looking where her artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Sorry, I. Don't be. I'm sure you've been on the receiving end of more invasive stares than I ever have. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight back. Gia told me you have been doing the rounds, collecting types, patrolling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I wanted to help. And you did. She closes her eyes for a moment. I hope you can see how things work here now. A strong Yadigan means a strong low end. Both are woven into each other. I know that for you, life on the eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. That is why you have come to us. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I'm tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparking electricity. Rabia looks between the two of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you two. She looks strangely unfazed. No, they're acting alone. Sabine pauses, thrown off for a moment by your renunciation. Rabia takes the opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and, fainting past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to her knees, plunging the crackling end of the baton towards their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. Mm, Stop? Then you support them, Rabia asks you, her eyes not leaving Sabine. Your loyalties are so easily swayed. I thought you were more than Yannick's attack dog, Rabia. Sabine spits back. Are you not able to think for yourself? Rabia holds the baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down into Sabine's chest, but after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, then spins the baton in her hand, thumbing a switch and shutting it off in a single move. Rabia, explain. They both look at you, each still catching their breath, as if they had forgotten about your presence. Explain what? How the moment I call my enforcers will come down here and take them away? Rabia cracks her neck. You're lucky I didn't kill you. I would have had every right, she shouts, the anger a release of tension more than a threat. Sabine lifts themselves a little, bruised from the fall. They roll onto their side and cough. Rabia gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props themselves up on their elbows and fixes Rabia with a hard stare. You have something to say, Rabia taunts? Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, she laughs, no coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She does not listen to criticisms of the great Yadigan project. Rabia collects herself. Speak, she folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Rabia immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching, but she rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them, at least for now. When I came here from Essenarp, they glanced at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me. To look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you. Sleeper, I take a breath. I know that I should have told you I worked for SNRP long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. What you should know is that I left SNRP because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the Sleeper program, on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on, to the press. SNRP wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of the surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect themselves. What does this have to do with Yannick? Tobiah interrupts. The Sleeper knows you are SNRP. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance at you and then away, ashamed. They lift their head. But it's Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of SNRP. Rabia flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me in debt, to lock me away. In exchange, Rabia slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sakes. In exchange for those, Sabine finishes, nodding towards Rabia's prosthetic arm in its cradle. He's been using Yadigan enforcers, using you as test subjects for SNRP technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabia's fixed expression has started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here, thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabia. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the units were down to them being stolen or modified. I've tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. They stop, unable to continue. Rabia closes her eyes and breathes in. Then she opens them again. She holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Later, much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabia through the manifest and usage data. Both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine takes Rabia through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye, and something passes between you, something like a thank you or a sorry, or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. Great! Oh, I got upgrade point. Nice. Alright, so now we've gone through that quest. And I wonder how this is going to turn out now. I kind of was expecting a little bit more than that, but it's still interesting. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Okay, so I can either get +2 with this instead, or I can keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. Huh. And now that I'm here, I don't know what to do. Let's see. Because on the one hand, I could do 1 and 1. Or I could do 1 and 1 here also. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. That would be nice. I can also use scrap components to repair 2 condition. Oof. Now that I'm here, this is a little different now. Interesting. Yeah, this is a little different now. And this kind of changes my plans. Because now looking at that, keeping 2 dice even when condition is breaking, I'm pretty good at keeping my condition up, so this isn't really an issue. And I have multiple ways I can work now. This might be interesting. I could turn around and use scrap components, But I haven't really been doing a lot of things that could get me scrap, but I have had scrap. And it could be a way to kind of get around having to pay money to eat. But that's also not an issue because I got the place I can work at and I can turn around and get food in the process, or I can go to the canteen. So that's not an issue. So actually, the best thing for me seems like to get Thrill Seeker and then turn around and get this +1 so I can eventually get this. So that kind of changes my plans a little bit. So, but that would help a lot. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so now I got +1 with Engage, and this is the only thing I don't have a +1 in. So this should mean for the most part, I should have at least a +1 for pretty much any action I do on the station. So nice. Okay. Now with that being done, I'm gonna have to wait 3 cycles for that, which now that I think about it. Okay, so that'll be before this comes up again. So yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, let me go up here to the greenway. Let's do this. Okay, so so I can do either one of these, or I can just keep on. Oh wait, mushroom grows. Collect spores. While the grove mushrooms are dangerously inconsistent, spores provide a chance to gather or study these species in an untouched form. So I guess. Oh, so I can't unlock this until I get that +1 skill upgrade required. So I'm guessing this wouldn't give me any of the fungus either. Interesting. Collect overgrowth. Oh yeah, then there's this. So do I want to do that? I don't think I want to do that just yet. I do think I kind of want to do this though. That'll give me +1 on either one. Or I could turn around and do the wild margins for tracking Ashton. So I think what I'll do is I'll do this. Now I'm kind of torn. I'm a little torn about this now. Or the commune with the sharing gun. And I can become a Haifa member. And I'm guessing this will also put me on a new quest line. It has a lot of spots though. So let's not delve into that just yet. Let me go ahead and do the wild margins, I think. Is the wild margins what I want to do? Yes. Right? Yeah, let's just do this. Okay, that's going to be 100%. Okay, got 2 for tracking Ashton. Guess that's about as good as I can get with that. Oh, okay. Nice. I got 3 with that one. And I got some cryo for that. Okay. So I am in tip-top shape. And I only need 3 more for him. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure that mercenary quest, I'm probably the closest to finishing that. So that would be kind of interesting to deal with. All right, let's go on ahead and go back. We have a kitty to feed. Home sweet home. Sup, cat? Stray fed. I still wonder, like, what is that gonna do for us? Or is it just, you can just do it? Alright. 444. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back up to the greenway. Look into finishing this. Yeah, I think this is going down slower. Possibly. Like maybe it's going down 1 tick instead of what seemed like 2 before. Yeah, to the wild margins. Let us do the do here. Okay, and we're done with that. The trail ahead extends deep into an overgrown section of the greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying among the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding, you're pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath the collapsed structure. You roll the comm headset of Ankita gave you in your palm. Call her. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzes with static. After a few moments, you hear Ankita, sleeper. Have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he's there? Why are you giving me choices like this? I mean, I'm not sure actually. Crap. This could be bad. But I feel like going in is even worse because I'm not prepared for that. Crap. Uh, I mean, I did say I was sure of it, right? About him being in there. But I'm only pretty sure. This could also be an ambush. It's so many things that this could be. You know what? Yeah, come on. Copy. Hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out. The channel dead. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead, the stars wheel with the motion of the eye, and your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile despite everything. Seems like an improvement. Sleeper, Ankita hisses, brings you out of your reverie. He's in the collapsed stack? I think so. She gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on that for sure. She glances across the landscape. Let's keep to the underground, work our way around. She heads off towards the central spine of the greenway, with you following close behind. It's slow going there, where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it's so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. Ankita somehow seems to know where to go. Ankita works her way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting and you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no sign of letting up. Up ahead, there's a faint glow from the collapsed stack. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank, Ankita setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips and you swear you hear birdsong. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale, sickly green. Nikita reaches the edge of the tank where it meets the central drum and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern, with plants growing on all sides and wet mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light, the descending in the faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there's an object, a cylinder set on tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken, open, wrong. You look away. Nikita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eyes on the object. That's Amber's ship mine, she says, and you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait. You turn to Ankita to speak, but she's already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit, you hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Nikita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the wall tanks. You shiver at the suggestions. I don't know what's going on. Sure, stop! Quiet, sleeper, Ankita shouts. A shot rips through the moss beside you, filling your vision with green. The shooter must be somewhere on the other side of the tank. Do that again and I swear to God I'll tear that head off. Ankita shouts to them. Sleeper, you stay down. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid for God's sakes. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Is that a SVD? They still have those things in the future? Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down into the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connection bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. Steady, Ankita. It isn't like that. I needed the ship mine, you have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity, Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it, for your help. You only look after yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there, they just bait, right? To draw me out? Ankita sucks her breath in. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them and they were going to die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way, he inches closer. Please. I can't let you take it, Ashton, Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mind and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water, the red and the green. Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There's no sign of life, of humanity. They're just another broken object amongst other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back up at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you are already gone. Well, shit. That's a thing. Definitely didn't go how I thought that was going to go, but that's pretty much the name of this game at this point. Okay. So, I guess maybe I'll do these mushroom grows. Oh, wait. Maybe I should not, because I only have this one. That's not a great chance there. That is not a great chance at all. Maybe I should work on this. That's a lot. That is so much. I am curious, though, of how that would turn out. Farm stacks. And there's the commune. So maybe I should go ahead and do the commune now. Also a lot. Yeah. I think I'll do the commune because I'm pretty sure the Avery is going to be a big headache. And I'm probably going to need like a ship mine at the end of it or something just to piss me off. Yeah, Sunlit Refuge. I forgot I needed another ship mine. I just thought about that. God, how am I gonna get one out of it? I think about it, cause yeah, I'm gonna need 3. Yeah, I'm gonna need 3 of those pieces. You can only buy 2. They're 60 a pop. My God, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and do the Hyper community and see what's up with this. It doesn't matter which one I do. It's gonna be 50-50 either way. Okay, it's +2. Can I get a +3 though? I can get a +3. Nice. Can I get another +3? Okay, got a +2. And yeah, sure, let's do this for good measure. 50-50. Okay, I mean, those all turned out well, so I can live with that. So now I need 4 in order to get that up to snuff. I have a new drive. What is this new drive? Find Ashton? Oh, I can talk to Ankita about what happened. I do need to disable my tracker at some point. But that's, I'm gonna have to apparently help Fang with that. I do need to build a ship mine at some point. But again, that's gonna be problematic. And that's putting it lightly. So, yeah. I wonder if I can find a ship mine fragment in that scrap up there. That would be real nice if that's the case. Ankita, do you want to talk? I'll say that's a no, because I can't find you. Unless you were up there. Let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, you're not up here anymore, so I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to wait for that. Okay. Data. I still have the 5 Havenage gates. Oh god. Alright, let's go ahead and go home and rest. We also need to feed our cat. Man, there is just there's so much stuff in this. So much stuff in this. Actually, I'm gonna give you 2 this time. Okay. Just so I can make that even down there. Okay. Crappy dice. We love crappy dice. So what options do I have? Has anything popped up of interest? Ankita's not back. So that's a thing. Let's cross the greenway. Yeah, she's not back yet. So, oh, Amber is docked here at a rickety old jetty, but she's sealed up. A note says, "Sleeper, stay. I'll be ready soon." Oh, okay. Maybe that means we'll be able to leave afterwards. Huh. Okay. So let me do this stuff a couple times. This will be perfect. Now I just need one more. Okay. So now I am a member of the Haifa community. The only way to become part of the commune is to work your way in through long service. It isn't for everyone. Communists. And I got an upgrade point for that. So I can go ahead and get this. Oh wait. No, I can't. So I guess I need to. Oh right. I need to hold on to this. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Haifa dorm. Oh, okay. This is just an extra place I can stay. That's all. Okay. So that's an option. Again, I don't know if it gives me any perks or anything, but it's an option. So I guess, sure. Also, let me try this. Oh, Rico. Commune botanist. You head down into the Haifa compound following a blue painted line that is labeled laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you, but you still have no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass roof chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench camouflaged by the dappled light. "Welcome to my sanctuary," she smiles. "Come, let's talk," she says and beckons you closer. What is this place? Here? These were processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers a hand to shake. "I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa." What is Haifa?" She looks surprised. "You've been working in the compounds for a while now. I'm surprised you don't know more." She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here, we feed each other, we work for each other. Rico walks away from the bench and waits for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth. It's kind of a miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they are abandoned? They dry up. Exactly. They run out of water very rapidly. In fact, she leads you left at a crossroads. But here they've endured. She smiles to herself. Actually, no, they've thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they are taking control of this place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erland himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came here to try to reclaim it. The Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner systems, and small-scale agriculture systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It's wet too, a rarity on the Eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny, broad leaves of shrubs. How? That is exactly our question. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you both stand in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap, who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me? Yeah, me? Yes, you. Rico sits on a railing. These halls run deep, sleeper, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this, it is to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers are hardy beings. I know that much, and you can speak to the Eye, uncover its secrets, in ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in a lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. And if, you know what? No, I'll try. Thank you, she smiles. And thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out of the huge chamber and up through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through. She settles back at her bench in the lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made, and you follow the blue line back up out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Okay, so this is another quest down. Hypha Labs. Okay, I need one grove spore. Interesting. Okay, so that's over here, right? Collect spores. It's risky though. This is a 50-50 shot. I don't like that. Yeah, let's not. Let's not right now for that. I actually think I kind of want to spend that on the place up here, even though I already have a place up here. I could also look for some scrap too. That's dangerous, however. This will put me at the 75 one. And I mean, I guess there is a slight chance that I could turn around and, you know, get a ship mine, but I don't know if that's a thing up here. Decisions. This is just a work assignment. Commune members are expected to turn up for work assignments. In return, their needs will be met. All are treated equally. Okay, I'll go ahead and do this twice. So I can do that. Oh, I got another dice roll. Interesting. And that's a 50 neutral, 50 negative. Oh, I got my energy back, so that's fine. Okay. I'm still not gonna take that supplement, stabilizer. I kind of want to sleep up here just to see how it's gonna turn out. But first, let me feed the cat. Can't forget the cat. I know I fed the cat twice, but let's feed the cat. And yeah, I still don't have to worry about them. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's so many things to do. And then there's, of course, that nonsense. Cat. Love me. Surely you're gonna do something at some point. Surely. But for now, let me sleep in the commune. I keep doing that. And see how this turns out. Okay, so yeah, that went down by one. I might stick with this for a second just so I can see how that's gonna turn out for certain things. And maybe get it to about right there, and then I'll do something. We will see. I guess I have enough time to do a couple more things, and then I'll stop it for right now. Let's see here. What can I do? So yeah, I can do the spore thing. But do I want to do the spore thing? This is the question. And also, I do have an upgrade point, right? So yes. Let me actually do. I mean, I do kind of want to wait for that. At the same time, I think if I go ahead and do this into it, I can go ahead and unlock the ability to get the fungus up here. It says into it +1, so yeah. I'll wait. So many decisions. I honestly don't know what I should be doing right now. I guess I can do the stuff with Fang. See how that turns out. Because, I mean, it's a job and I get to eat too in the process. So, yeah, let's do that. Alright. And what's going on up here, Rabia? As you enter Rabia's office, you hear voices. That's Sabine. You push open the door. Sleeper, what good timing, Rabia calls out as you enter. I wanted to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the center of the room, speaking quietly with Rabia. He turns as you come in. Meet Yannick. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, he looks real reliable. Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Rabbi. He smiles an easy smile. Good to meet you. Likewise, likewise. He waves a ringed hand. Now, Rabbi, where were we? Actually, Rabia places a hand on your shoulder. The sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Well, okay then. Yannick tucks his hands into his pockets. Go on. I'd like to recommend them to your ward. A tiny pause. They've shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the spoke side. But we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Rabbi. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly decides. Rabia smiles. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. He steps one surprisingly light step closer to you. You eager to work, Sleeper? Yes. Yannick nods his head as if listening to music. Okay then. You suddenly are unsure if he is talking to you. That concludes it, Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward anytime they like. You shoot Rabia a confused look. Rabia finally glances at you for a moment, but it's so fast you almost miss it. Good. I know you'll be happy with their work, Yan. Yannick reaches out and squeezes her shoulder. Sure, Rabbi, he says. Now please, he says, turning to face you. Let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabia away, leaving you standing alone. You look to Rabia, but she is deep in conversation. And so, stunned and confused, you leave. Oh, great. That's a thing. Patrol the block. Yannick's trust. Yannick is a strange character, but he seems to understand the value of hard work. You'll gain his trust with time. So I'm guessing she wants me to work through the ranks or something. Let me see what this will get me. Okay, that got me 3, so... Yeah, this makes me want to proceed through this a little bit. Okay, nice. This is going surprisingly well right now. Will the luck continue? Oh, there you go. Done in 1 cycle. Okay, so let's finish this up and we'll see what that nets me. That didn't give me any money either. Some stingy bastards, boy. You almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabia says sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block, then we need you to get into his office. Pause. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. Either way, we need to locate the link to Essenarp. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabia says, be careful. Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay processing the implant data and sending it to Essenarp. but we can't lock down its position. Either he's moving it, or it's moving itself, or it's rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You'll get one shot at this. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, Sleeper. I'm sorry, too. Be safe. The recording clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder just in case and walk away. Look like it's up to you. Oh, great. Yannick's office. Oh, I'm in danger. Yannick has asked you to collect his medicine from his office. Now is the only chance to find that SNARP relay. Crap. Wow. I really hope that's still there the next round. And also really hope I get some good dice. I am going to take a stabilizer. Oh crap, do I want to take a stabilizer? Oh no. Oh no. It's so many issues here. So many things can go wrong. Feed the cat. It'll calm my nerves. Wow. That's icky. I don't know how I feel about all of this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. And in the next episode, we will try that in the next cycle. And the next cycle is going to be a shit show because this is coming up. I want to say there's something else coming up as well. Oh, well, nope, not that. There's the issue up there in the Greenway with Aki, whatever her name is. So that's going to be a thing. Yeah, a lot of things are coming to a head. So next episode is going to be interesting. So if you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I have a lot of things on the channel, and I will have many other things in the future. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. And I hope you enjoyed this. So stay tuned. It's about to get wild. Wilder, I guess. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. See ya.